All right, Jake. We have Cyberpunk 2077, another headline here, and it is once again not for good things. It's not for the beauty, it's not for the in depth storyline, and Keanu Reeves is not, unfortunately, associated with this. But
You
they're,
tell me
they're
they're not winning all the awards this year?
yeah, they're under fire of in a very legal ramification way. There is a New York-based law firm that's filed a class action lawsuit on behalf of investors in the CD Projekt SA, basically for people who have purchased securities in between January of 2020 and December 17th.
Right. I mean, people were getting hyped for this game. We've been hearing about this for forever. People, I mean, CD Projekt Red said this is going to run on the last gen consoles, like the Xbox One S and PlayStation 4. And I mean, that was pretty much a lie. And so people bought their stock. Things went like the sales numbers went up for the game, but having to have all these refunds and the game being pulled from the Sony PlayStation Store, I mean, it's kind of like a false advertising, I would say.
Yeah, I think that when you outright lie to your consumers, it's one thing. I think in America, right, with capitalism.
Okay.
Yeah, we're getting real technical here.
Yep.
Clearly, there's certain things as a consumer that you have to be legitimately cognizant of, right? Like you have to do your due diligence. You have to, um, you know, essentially use all the accessible information around you to be making good purchases. But in this situation in particular, like there's something that is to be taken relatively seriously, and anytime money is involved in anything, people are gonna like any intensity level is raised sevenfold. And you can't just be lying to people, right? Like that's messed up.
Well, right, and that's not those aren't necessarily the people who are filing this lawsuit. Like, I mean, if you bought the game and it doesn't run on your console, people are giving you get your refund. Like they're giving refunds left and right. I mean, the people who are involved in this lawsuit are people who invested in like the company, who like were expecting things to be going one way and everything was going to be great because it's going to run and it's going to be fine, and they were given something completely different and given like a bigger headache than what was initially supposed to happen. You know.
Right. So we'll see. The lawsuit as it develops. But yeah, I mean these things take a long time,
Yeah.
and especially when it's through a corporate process, and there's several parties involved. But we'll see what the results are, and I think the bigger thing stemming from this entire situation is like, will there be specific ripples or ramifications for future developers in terms of like how they are approaching certain situations and in making their decisions, especially if something does come majorly through this.
Yeah, yeah, you would definitely think so, and like the way the games come out now, where it's out, but you need 3, 4, 5, 6 months for it to be fully functional or to be the complete game. Uh, I mean, hopefully this helps people take a step back and think about like, can we release this game? I know you're on a time crunch. I know you've delayed and delayed and delayed, but if something like this is going to happen, make the right decision, right?
Yeah, I think that's well said.
We'll see what happens.